football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They'll try the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gets the back moving. On the option. He'll toss it. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. The option look. Now the pitch. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And that's the way they'll start, and they hope it gets better. No gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Fires to the big fella. Turns it on at midfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Russell. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
There he goes. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Marsh. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got enough for the first. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Underwood. There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. Now the toss. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane. And you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. It's complete to the left. At the 45 on its way. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
To the air, it's Rivers. Flushed out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Clapp. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Michigan offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Motion from the back. To the air. It's Underwood. Here's a heat. And it's picked off by the defender. He's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
Well, the defender looked like he ran that route for the QB. He was anticipating where the football was going to. Great job plucking it. Just couldn't get a foot back in bounds. Otherwise, that's a pick.
This defense has them them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right down the middle. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got it near midfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Rivers. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Dances away. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Texas. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the option. The pitch. Gets it past the marker. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Looking to fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Looking for the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air. It's Rivers. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now improvising. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves.
Flying out to the left. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making side adjustments here. Going right to work up top. Looking left. Got a man. It's Rigby. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
To throw, it's Underwood. He uncorks one deep. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. It's a good stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll cut this lead down to 5. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Sails one into the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. To the air, it's Underwood. He lets it fly. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. On the option. Creates a little room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line in the running game, making its presence felt.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Wants to adjust the pattern. The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Unloads it left. It's complete. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Got it inside. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolverine. And that one will come up here in the second half.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Finds his man. It's Russell. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Secures it at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy has exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. The toss to the outside. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Platt. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Rivers. He's going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Stands in and takes the hit. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. Looking for the score. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Razor.
Off play action on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Working that left side now. Gets it on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
He'll ride his man on the option.
One thing you know with this guy, at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football. And I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the fourth quarter with the lead.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now on the option. Got room to work. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give on the option. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cleese. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
The Wolverines just want to hold on to this ball. They'll run the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. An 84-yard drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and they hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions.
Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.